They laughed when you separated from the crowd. But that's because they never learned how to fly. You weren't made to walk with the flock. You were made to rise above the noise, alone, in silence, and on your own terms. That's the eagle mentality. It's not loud, it's not desperate, it just knows where it's going. Most people fear solitude, but not you. Because somewhere deep inside, you realize that peace doesn't come from being surrounded by others. It comes from finding strength in your own company. Eagles don't fly in flocks. Neither do warriors with vision. You stopped explaining yourself because you realized something powerful. Clarity doesn't need an audience. They called you distant, cold, arrogant. They didn't understand that silence wasn't weakness. It was focus. While they were busy seeking attention, you were building elevation. You chose to live like an eagle. And that means choosing storms over shelter. Because eagles don't hide when the skies get dark. They rise higher. They use the pressure to climb. They let the wind that destroys others be the wind that lifts them. And that's exactly what you've been doing. Rising silently. Pain didn't break you. It sharpened you. And you didn't need applause. You didn't need permission. All you needed was that voice inside that whispered, "Keep going." While they doubted your silence, you were preparing your wings. You learned to see differently. Eagles have vision, not just sight. You stopped reacting to noise and started locking in on your future. You let go of the past, the people who clipped your wings, the ones who never believed. And with that release came a terrifying freedom, but also power. You weren't born to stay on the ground. You weren't meant to keep proving yourself to pigeons pecking at breadcrumbs. Let them chatter. Let them circle the same streets. You're building heights they'll never understand. Self-reliance is your nest now. Not because you hate people, but because you realize most don't have the strength to carry your vision. Stop seeking help because you discovered something sacred. The day you stop asking for rescue is the day you become unstoppable. Sacrificed comfort. You traded shallow friendships for sacred solitude. That's what the eagle does. It doesn't fear falling because it knows it can soar. And now look at you. Calm, quiet, focused. You don't scream for attention. Your presence speaks before your mouth does. They're watching, wondering how you made it without noise. You don't chase, you attract. You don't beg, you build. And the ones who once doubted you? But they'll never understand, because they didn't feel the nights you cried in silence. They didn't see the mornings you forced yourself out of bed when every bone in you wanted to give up. They weren't there to endure the roughness, the sacrifices that went unappreciated, or the grind. That's why you keep soaring in silence. Because when you live like an eagle, your results will always scream louder than your words. So don't go back to prove them wrong. Go forward to prove yourself right. Your pain gave you wings, your silence gave you vision. And now, your discipline is building the future they said you'd never reach. Let them talk, let them laugh, let them guess. Because one day, when you re-flying so high they can even see you, they'll say they always believed. But you'll know the truth. This is your time to fly. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You just owe yourself everything you were born to become. If this message lit a fire inside you, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap that bell icon for more quiet warrior wisdom. Because here on Mind Wisdom, we don't scream for power, we build it in silence.